Yes, hello, welcome to Adobe Premiere CS5 tutorial. In this tutorial we'll be doing just a very basic overview of Premiere and how to bring in a video track and do a little bit of editing or just a bit of looking at some of the tools and the features of Adobe Premiere. Okay, so we have the Adobe Premiere software in front of us here, and the first step we need to do is to import some footage. So firstly we'll click on File and we'll create New and New Sequence. Okay, so we need to choose our settings. Our settings will be in dv-pow, and at about 48 kilohertz for the sound. So we'll choose OK for that. And we need to come over here and label our sequence to introduction. So we'll call it introduction. And the next thing we need to do is create a folder to put our video clips in. So we need to go New, and the folder is called a bin. So we call that a bin, and we need to label that clips. Okay, so now we need to import our footage from our source. So if we go File and we go Import, we'll go to our footage on our desktop, and we've put it under our video folder. So you can go towards the bottom here, and under clips, and we have all these video clips here that we need to import. So select them with the Shift key down, press Open, importing them. Okay, now we'll just put them into our clips folder. And they're already in there now, so we just undo that and we have our clips just here. So if we just choose to double click on one of these, it'll bring it up in our preview window, and if we just scroll along by using this toggle shuffle switch just here, it'll fast forward where we want to get it up to. So, and we're just looking at some footage here from Dreamworld, which I have filmed from a few weeks ago, and just some tigers. So we'll just have a look at that. Now, once we get to a point where we're ready to include put onto our stage, we do what's called is the in and out point. So we have in and out markers. So we set our in point by clicking on this marker here, and then we just fast forward it to where we want to stop. And then we come over here to our out point. And once we've done that, we can just grab this footage, drag it down onto our first video track. And we just need to make our window to a bit smaller size. That's about right. And if we play that back, and that's the end of our video clip track just there. But also, if we just scroll down, we'll see that our audio is actually on audio 4. Now these are linked together. If we wanted to unlock them, we just have to go to Control and then press the mouse click down and go unlink. And then that'll unlink the audio and the video. So we just delete that, come back again, and our audio is taken away. So we can undo that. Now they are linked together. Now if we want to zoom our track so that we can have more detail, we come down to this slider down the bottom here, and we slide it out so we have more detailed editing space that we can actually edit and work with. So this whole series here goes for about 15 seconds, 17 seconds. And if we just scroll to here, we can see there's a time clock here showing us how many seconds. And if we highlight that, we can also see on the screen our start point and our end point. Okay, now we can come over to this side here and just have a look. These are our clips. If we want to add some more footage or some audio clips, we'd create another bin and we would label that audio. So a new bin, and we'll label that audio. And we create a new bin also for images if we wanted to put some images in there. So a new bin, and we call that images. And we'll drag our new audio into here and our images into here as well. Okay, so if we come up here with our playhead and we just run this along backwards and forwards, this is known as scrubbing. When we move the playhead backwards and forwards, we're actually using a term and using a technique called scrubbing. So this is our preview window, our editing preview window, and this is our final output window. So we have a workspace editing formats here where we can now bring up our effects, and inside here we have our preset effects, we have our audio effects, have our audio transitions, and we have our video effects. Have an interesting look here. As you can see, a page pill makes the first source clip, which is this one, or this one here, makes it peel away and gives us an interesting effect which you use in some ways. So if we delete that one and we come to our let's have a look, using the cross dissolve to put down onto both tracks, pressing enter. And as you can see, we've just done a cross dissolve where it has gone from one clip to another. And then by cutting this here, and then selecting the arrow tool, if we go back to another clip, bringing that onto the stage, coming back to our effects up on this tab here, and we use cross dissolve again, going down onto the clip there, pressing enter or return. Just taking a little time, and as we do this, we'll see that it also does a cross dissolve at this point between the different clips. So there you go, we can see that the effects actually work there. The most common used are usually the dissolves. Then you have your page peels, you have wipes. We also have some 3D motion, a spinning cube. So if I was to put that one onto here, selecting this one, put that onto here, press enter. gives us a bit of a spinning cube effect. And also onto this one here, enter. Gives us a bit of a flip. So that's our video transitions here. We do have video effects, so we can adjust our image control, color balance, gamma correction. If we come over to color balance, we can add, you choose any one of these clips here, and the first one, and just add that there. Effects controls. If we make sure we add correctly. Now over here we have our color balance, RGB, opacity. So if we double click on that there and open up this, we can change our color balance to make it different. So if we just choose to take down the blue, take down the green, and then we come back here, press enter. We can see that that has made a difference there. At the very beginning of the clip, we can see that at the very beginning of this clip, we can see what we've done. Okay, so all in all, there's a lot of features within Premiere, and they're very useful to use. It takes a while to actually learn your way around, but if you understand this is the basics, such as the preview window, and the export window, the output window, and the shuttle, the shuttle job. We have audio meters over here. We have our history, what we've done, what we've been doing. We have different information about the video. So we have our tabs for our effects up here, and where our effects take place. Video source, audio, we have our audio tab with our audio meters. So if we press play, we can adjust the audio levels using these faders here. And so we come back to here, and our clip is called Introduction, our sequence just here, and we save that as intro onto our desktop, or where we have our source files. In this case, we will save onto our desktop. And if you wanted to export this movie, you would go File, and then you would look for Export, and you export the media. And then you would choose what sort of format, and either any format that you think you need would use, so QuickTime, PAL DVD. Check your export settings under Video tab, 25 frames a second, and 720 by 576, 25 frames a second. And then you would choose your output. Have a look at your output screen by clicking on here, and then you would press export, and then you would write the movie. So that concludes our basic introduction to Adobe Premiere. Thank you very much. Bye.